Do you ever crave Mexican food but go to a restaurant and your tortillas aren't homemade? I grew up eating homemade tortillas every day since I was a little girl to now, and my speech today is going to inform you on how to make homemade flour tortillas. So all the ingredients you will need is 3 cups of flour, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1/3 cup of shortening, and 1 cup of hot water. These ingredients is what you need to make these homemade tortillas, and they will be soft, and following these steps will make a tremendous dozen tortillas. For example, you want to make sure that you thin out your dough balls to a circle. You want to have your dough rested for 10 minutes and no added flour whenever you're kneading the dough, and you need to knead for at least 10 minutes. So let's get started. First, you will add your dry mixtures. So you will add your 3 cups of flour, then you will get 2 teaspoons of baking powder, okay, then you will mix well. Okay, now you will add your shortening, and you will mix this with your hand, and you want to make sure that it gets very thin in clumps with the flour and the baking soda. And your hands will get very sticky, but that's okay. Okay, now you will add 1 teaspoon of salt, and now you will add the 1 cup of hot water. You want to add this slowly so that you don't get very large clumps, and it is going to get very tacky, but that's the type of moisture that you want. Now is the time that you will want to start the kneading process. The kneading process will take a little bit of time. It'll take 10 to 15 minutes, roughly probably towards 10. This process can be very messy, and it can be very calming as well, just making the dough as thick, and it doesn't need to be tacky at the end. And once it starts looking like a normal ball, you will then want to let it rest for 10 minutes with a damp paper towel over, and then you can start forming your balls. Fun facts about tortillas. In 2015, tortillas outsold white bread, and on National Taco Day, Americans ate 4.5 billion tacos that year. That you will have your balls form, and you will get on a clean surface, And we'll add a little bit of flour to it, just to get the table a little, dry, so that your sticky from the dough won't stick to the rolling pin. And you're going to flour the rolling pin as well as a little bit on your dough. You're then going to roll it out and try to make somewhat of a circle. It won't be perfect, especially the first one that you make, but you're going to roll, and they can be small, they can be big. They will shrink when you cook them, so you will want to make them somewhat a decent size, but in the end it really doesn't matter what shape it is or what kind of texture you're going for, but the thinner it makes it, the better I believe it is. You're going to want to flip it forward and backwards, side to side. You don't want to add too much flour while you're doing this process unless it gets really, really sticky and doesn't roll out at all. Okay, so this is about a decent size. Now you will set that down and you will start on your next one. And do the same process. You want to add more flour so that you don't get the new dough stuck on the table, as well as your rolling pin. And then you will go cook them in the pan as soon as all the balls are ready. Okay, now you will follow me to the kitchen and we will cook our tortilla. So our pan has been on a medium heat, and you will place your tortilla down in there and wait for it to bubble. And the more bubbles you get, the better. You want to cook it on each side for about 30 seconds to a minute. Then you will flip and you will wait just a little bit longer and then flip again, and you can take it off and your tortilla will be done. This is your final product and what a homemade tortilla should look like. Now, every time you crave Mexican food, you can make your own homemade tortillas and impress your family and friends. Thank you.